Hello, I'm Eran Solomon, and today I want to talk about how mitzvot work. How do they do the job? You may remember the notion we've spoken about that's called Nahama de Kisufa in Aramaic, a bread of shame. And that's the notion that receiving good without doing anything for it, as charity, as a free gift, has bitterness in it, which is indeed shame. You may remember the parable we have brought about a poor man who may well be very pleased to receive charity from a donator, but while he is happy, he is also ashamed to look his benefactor in the eyes. Now, as proximity to Hashem is indeed the good itself that Hashem wants to give us, because that is the utmost good, being close to Hashem, and that's the source of all good in life, of life itself. Therefore, in our relationship with Hashem, not being able to, as it were, look Him in the eyes, that could be really crucial. Now, I want to go deeper into that and quote notions said by Harav Ashlag, who is one of the greatest Mekubalim, rabbis who teach Kabbalah in the last generation. And Harav Ashlag explains that in spirituality, similarity brings closer together, and dissimilarity causes distance. So for instance, if two people love the same things, they would tend to come closer. Whereas if each one hates what the other one loves, they will become distant from each other naturally. So in spirituality it works the same. Now here's the paradox. Hashem is the giver. One cannot imagine Hashem having to receive anything from anybody. So His essence, as it were, is to give. When we accept the good from Hashem, we become opposites of Hashem, because now we become receivers, and Hashem is not receiving from anybody. So while receiving, it is as if an iron wall is now built between us, because in receiving from Hashem, we become His exact opposite. And as what He wishes to give us is His proximity, we already said that proximity is due to similarity, and as we're opposites, we are separated from Him. So there's a paradox. How can one solve that paradox? For that we have the mitzvot. Mitzvot are based on the notion that we are not indifferent to our being receivers. We, as it were, do not accept being receivers just for receiving. We reject it. And we want to give Hashem pleasure, nachat ruach, in doing His bidding. Now, we can't really give Hashem anything, but in all that concerns us, from our point of view, our state of mind is that of giving and not receiving. So it is as if we receive from Him in order to give to Him. There is a very nice verse who says, Miyadcha natannu lach. From your hand we give unto thee, unto you. So indeed we cannot give anything Hashem, because everything we give Him, it's actually what He has given us. But our state of mind, that's what counts. And in rejecting our being as receivers as much as we can, in making an effort to become givers, we become more and more similar to Hashem, and similarity leads to proximity, as says Harav Ashlag. So that's what mitzvot do. They make us more and more givers, even though we don't have any choice but to receive all the plenty from Hashem. If it weren't for Him, where would be life? where would be existence. But through doing mitzvot, through doing his bidding, it is as if we give him something. And that's really the work for which we get our fee, which we have explained makes receiving possible without shame. So that's how mitzvot work. They make us givers. And in the mitzvot, what we should always aim is to please Hashem, to give Him nachat ruach, thus becoming givers, which is becoming similar to Him. In the next lesson, I want to talk about how everything began in the eyes of Kabbalah, in the eyes of the depths of the Torah. So stay with us in our next lesson of A Guide to the Depths of the Torah. Bye bye.